What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan, by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. Hey, want to thank you all for joining us here today. Lions Talk Live, post-game show edition. Everybody out there in the Lions world's got to understand one thing. This was a massive, massive victory for the Detroit Lions. You can talk about the injuries. You can talk about this, that, and the other thing. Here's what we know. You faced the number one offense in the NFL, and you found a way to win. You have a serious issue with the offensive line as far as your quarterback getting protection, not getting protection, whatever you want to say. But you know what? The Lions came in and made some adjustments. Miles Frazier, the rookie, he's been back for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Colleen comes in, gives up pressures left, right, and centered. They got to yank him from the game. And you know what Frazier does? I don't know if anybody even mentioned him during the game. The fact that he came in and pitched a shutout, didn't give up any sacks on Goff, that speaks a lot about what we've been talking about all week, maybe the last few weeks. Brad Holmes should have done this, should have done that, traded too much for Tesla, this, that, and the other thing. If you wanted to throw fire at the MCDC or Brad Holmes or Detroit Lions, you had every opportunity to do the last 2 weeks. But here's what we can say. Frazier looked pretty dang good. Tesla, third straight game, all he does is get open and catch touchdowns. Have your opinions, but here is some thoughts for you. Detroit Lions put up a whole lot of yards and a whole lot of points and found a way to protect their quarterback. Goff, speaking of that quarterback, had a 154 QBR, 18 out of 25, 72% completion pack, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Goff also, crazy legs that he is, added 3 rushing attempts for 5 yards. Hey, we're not going to point out that average. Dave Montgomery came up big, 12 carries, 80 yards, 6.66.7 yards per carry. And you guys get it. Gibbs had 12, 13, just great performance all the way around. Let me refresh that because apparently I've got the wrong stats there for you. Let me bring that back up. All right, let's try that again with the stats. Sorry, I had the wrong game up there. Let's see, and let's go to the Lions. Hey, Goff had we'll round up very slightly and say 74% completion percentage, 121 QBR, 25-34, 1 touchdown, no picks. Goff did add 2 rushing attempts, by the way. Getting the correct stats now, Gibbs, not the biggest night on the ground for him, but he did have 12 carries, 43 yards, 3.5 yards per carry, average 3 scores. If you weren't watching the live cast, here's what we can say. He tied Barry Sanders for the most touchdowns, 47, by anybody under the age of 24. He is in there with a Hall of Famer, and the only other person in his category is a Hall of Famer in Randy Moss, who I think was 3 behind. Going on from that, Gibbs had 7 catches, 77 yards, 11 yards per catch average. Let's see, Dan Skipper obviously didn't get a catch. Jameson Williams, hey, recent weeks, he's had more and more just big game performances. This was another one. Didn't get 100 yards, but as close as you can be, really. 7 catches, 96 yards, rounding up very slightly to say 14 yards per catch. David Montgomery added 1 catch for 13 yards. Tesla, 2 catches, 20 yards, nearly had 2 other ones, and a score. Amon-Ra St. Brown, was he even going to play? Here's what we know. He did play. 6 catches, 92 yards, 15 yards per catch. Lions defense didn't have a lot of sacks as of late. Don't tell that to anybody watching. Jack Campbell had a sack. Aleem McNeil had a sack, or was credited with a sack. And then Alaquin Muhammad, the breakout game, he had 3 sacks. Lions also, as you guys know, closed out the game with an interception by DJ Reed. Lions now, you got 10 days to prepare for the Rams. Big game. Rams, as you guys know, just lost to the Panthers. Panthers are good sometimes. They're bad sometimes. It is what it is. This is the NFL. Lions, you're probably getting Christian Mahogany back that next game. What do you do now? Do you, you got some versatility between what we saw to Frazier today, what you saw with Montgomery. Ratledge keeps getting better and better. Say what you want about the center position. It's too bad Frank Ragnow can't come back, but I'm also going to give credit where some credit is egregiously due. Graham Glasgow played a pretty good game today and against a pretty good defensive front. Where do the Lions go from here? I don't know, but I think we can all agree with one more loss on the schedule, you're probably still getting into the playoffs. If you could somehow find a way to win 3 of these next 4 games, you are probably dancing in the playoffs. If you somehow win 4 of them, you're definitely in the playoffs. We all are passionate Lions fans. I understand the last couple weeks, it's been emotionally draining for a lot of people. Some people checked off, jumped off the bandwagon. Here's what we can also say. A whole lot of Lions fans, that bandwagon might have got unbalanced. It might be getting balanced with people coming back. People can have opinions about stuff, but let's talk about Tom the Killer Kennedy. All this guy does is stick around the organization, make plays. While he didn't catch any passes today, he did have phenomenal efforts on the special teams. Jake Bates, he was perfect other than the block, and I'm not going to fault him for the block field goal. Lions gave up pressure up the middle, and somebody got in and blocked it. The defense wasn't perfect tonight, but you know what it did? It got sacks. It got some takeaways. It made some plays against the number 1 offense in the NFL. My voice is just about shot, so I can't go on too much longer, especially since we got the morning show at 7 a.m. Got to rest it somewhat. I don't know about Brian Branch. I don't know about Thomas. Thomas is going to be, I'm assuming, be in concussion protocol. We'll have to wait, maybe have some more information for you on the morning show about Brian Branch and others. All right, Duke Crew, I got to get out of here. I can feel my voice starting to go. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something kind for some of you don't know. Be a good human being. See you on the next Lions Talk Live. Have a good night, all.